Keep It Reet!
Oh, I farted. I'll drive this up. Hey there guys, welcome to today's Vlogus. I've actually got a bit of stuff to do on the 33 because I'm actually going to enter SA Series 1 of their competition. I'm very keen to blaze this thing, but we're just upgrading this for Dr. Draft tunes. There's old mate Corey has started working on the fuel pump because that's what we're running our fuel if you didn't see. We're just shy of the 400 kilowatts. So hopefully with this upgrade, bigger pump, bigger fuel lines, we will make it there. But before we get into it, I've already said we've got someone special starting here today. The crew is growing. I forgot who it was. Who was it? Oh yeah, who's that? It's Jamie Rolls.
Started down at the Kangang factory.
He's joined the dream team, the Kangas factory. You may know him already from previous things. It's got nothing to do with Keep It Reet at all. No. You would have seen Josh already. He's been in a few other videos, but pretty much the main man, runs the events, like race controls.
Always wanted to get in on it, but
always been a good friend of mine.
later.
Off camera.
I'm running the events officially now, which is good. That can make our events even better than they already are.
That's it. It was always the goal to bring Josh over eventually. It's just worked out well with the calendar we've got this year, even though COVID's still dogging the boys, but we'll get there. But yeah, it's all happening. Also, it's Josh's birthday today. Happy birthday, son.
Old as hell. 31, getting old. Can barely get up in the morning.
While we're talking about staff, we haven't actually got Tom Shepard, the man behind the camera, to say anything. Or Corey doesn't really say anything about his life story. So I think it's time we go over that before we get into this video. I'd say it's Tom Shepard, the man behind the camera. We didn't really go into it, but Tom's done a lot of work with us before, previous videos.
Yeah, I used to do videos pretty much in the drift scene for the last 5 or 6 years, so yeah, natural progression.
It's always been your dream to become the full-time videographer master.
Yes.
Yeah, Tom's taken over the socials and all that, all the media, anything media related.
Try and step it all up and try and make it look as good as we can.
Up the game, and even the vlogs, you might already notice, they're up in the game a bit too. Jordan was doing a good job as well, but Tom's taken over. Might have Jordan back a little bit. Mate.
I miss Jordan. I miss him. Should be good. 2021, let's make it a good one.
So, Corey doesn't want to be on camera, but we'll make him anyway. But I forgot to mention, the 32, the motor's about to go back in. The Corey's been working hard on that. We want to try and take this down to Dr. Draft as well, see what the DE motor can do. Get off the ground, boy. He likes to act like he's working, like when we're filming, when he does nothing most of the time when bored and smoking saggies all day. This is Corey, also in his dream job. Thanks to the Reet gang. It was very circumstantial the way Corey came across. We actually had a New South Wales event, and for reasons unknown, he ran away to New South Wales. And we were short on staff for running the Pheasant Wood event. And he actually planned on coming down as a spectator, so came on board. As usual, did an amazing job.
That's the story we make up. We actually smuggled him across the border.
That's right.
In illegal times from Mexico.
But yeah, tell us about your life story.
Met Garuna.
Yeah, mention that name.
That's how I got into it, and ended up being his pit crew. Helped him out with these 2 championships and stuff. And
wondering why the unknown made it. It's all Corey that got him there. You put the right PSI, 14 on the left, 16 PSI on the right. And you've got, what's your previous experience with automotive shit, like working on cars and whatnot?
Well, I've always done my own things. Like Dad's a diesel mechanic, and he taught me everything I know really. And then I worked for a mate fabricating for a while. Did a lot of welding and stuff when I was at Shell.
And you worked down the road, didn't you?
Yeah, down at Eastern Auto Tech, well, for Fusion 4x4 fabrication. Just always had an interest in it, and Dad always taught me to do my own thing, and then if I can't do it, take it to someone else. So
Yeah.
yeah.
And here you are, stuck for life. binding contract for life.
It's close to home. It's off that one. Yeah. It won't fit over there.
It might.
It won't.
Might.
It won't.
It's close.
I'm telling you, it won't.
Yeah,
It's made to not.
Oh, hey, all the bolts.
Oh, what are you doing?
Sorry. Old motor is arced on. New motor. We're going DE option. That you might have seen in the previous vids, but it's a beast. 200 PSI compression every cylinder. So it's another amazing motor from Dr. Drap. We've got the OS Geekin adjustable cam gears, new timing stuff Corey's done today. New water pump, we've got the spark plugs in there, got the injectors in there. Just got to get the power steering pump, pull the aircon off it.
Just waiting on a couple little bits and pieces, but we can pretty much put the motor in.
Yeah, come over here, Bart. Bum, done.
Hey?
Bum. This beast of a turbs, which has seen some, oh yeah.
What are you doing?
It's actually pretty good condition, but it's a Garrett. Come around this way, you can see there, in the front there. Yeah, out there. The Garrett. Well, it's a HKS actually. Does it say HKS anywhere?
Garrett on the front and HKS in the back.
Oh, there you go. HKS in the back there. Oh. So it's a ball bearing core. It's pretty much like the factory housing. I don't know how it works, but it's like got a sleeve thing that's not like what factory things have. Oh, bolts again. There's things going everywhere. What is it? Corey!
So the motor's back in, all motor back up, just getting the fan back on, all the belts back on,
All the random shit.
all the random accessories, and then
Put some oil in it.
get some fluids in her,
Yes.
and then she won't be far off getting it back up and running. First start,
Just want to see if it will start.
possibly first start. It worked.
Basically, we've gone a bigger pump because there was in this was a 450, so we've gone to I think it's a 535 now. But we've also gone bulkhead fittings to stop because they actually have an issue once you run on the bigger pumps and stuff. They start to melt these, and then waiting on lines and stuff so we can run. We're going to, I think it's dash 8. We're gonna run that size the whole way from the outlet to there up to the rail, and then we're putting a bigger fuel rig in it, and I think we're running slightly bigger line back to the tank as well.
Thick. Damn boy. Get a free-ish one of them. Just done all new cool pipe, you can't be having stanky. Oh cold chat. It's percussive. God dang it. That part down the bottom. She's on there, sort of. Let's see if the bonnet doesn't close. Same Clarence?
Yeah.
She's back at low, and she's dosing quite nicely. A little bit more high pitched than I prefer myself. I'm all about the deep dose. Anyway, so DE motor ready to blaze with Dr. Draft. Got him booked in next week. Fresh cooler piping, all stainless. Run quite nicely. Quite happy about this 180-degree bend up here. We were going to join in the middle, but the 180-degree solid is much nicer. And the PWR cooler as well, because with the small turbs, once again, the best cooler on the market, so you shouldn't get any heat soak and no boost drop, so bulk power through that mass responsive motor. I think we still want to change these gate lines. We're running the boost solenoid this time. We used to just use just the bleeder valve, so that'll even help with the response as well. But we're going to get rid of these little rubber lines because they're a hazard in themselves if they burn out. They'll be free boosting. Oh yeah, so that's right. Yeah, we went up to essentially a different manifold as well and gate. So we've gone the 45mm this time. So we've actually gone a little bit different style mani, so it sort of flows in a bit nicer, and then into a 45mm pipe, 45mm gate, and I think it's still a 40mm outlet screamer. So I don't really know how that works, but apparently it flows better. I've also got rid of the elbow, so Corey's welded pipe straight off the turb skis right there. So no chance of burning out again, because we did do that once on this. And yeah, we've got a massive catch cam, but I think we're going to go a little bit smaller one. Don't really need it. Didn't have huge blow-by before, and I don't think this will either. I've gone bigger fuel pump in it, so that's why it's running a little bit rough. Putting the old fuel rig off that on this, get those guesstimates in. I reckon it might crack the 300, or it'll just make the same power a little bit less with the gangster response. Josh Roll just says 290.
When you go on Corey, it's gonna just crack 300.
Corey reckons just 300. Corey thinks he knows.
What do you reckon, Tom?
298.
298.
He'll just hold out on us.
350.
I'm gonna go the 310 then. You gotta aim high, son.
Shoot for the moon, boy.
Alright, so this thing. So we've gone upgrade from the 460, Warbro 460 to the 520 or something. Is that what it is?
535.
535. Gotta be exact with these things. Oh, everyone online will get very upset. So the next thing from pump, because we're getting flow issues, is the stock line's too small. Too small. So we've gone, what is it, dash 8, which is like, don't know size, it's like 18mm or something. It's dash 6 return, dash 8 feed. Corey's got a little thing for you, show you how much bigger it is, just a tiny bit.
So that's the old feed line, new.
Cool.
Yeah, flow,
And this is how they make a baby.
so we've gone bigger fittings to the fuel rail. You can't see that right now because it's up into A yet. Have you got anything to show? Nothing. Nothing here.
No, that's.
Here's a fitting, for example, of a fitting.
Yes.
Fitting example.
Here is also fitting.
What's it? FPR 2000 went up from 800 because 800 had the standard size fittings. I don't know what you call standard size. 515.
It's gone from that to that.
What? Actually, a lot of the parts always get hand me down in the 32. So the cooler on this got some damage last time. So we donated that PWR to the 32. 33, get the freshie. Oh, that's fresh.
Oh, she clean.
She clean.
Did you just put grease marks all over it?
Yeah, that was it.
All of the non-shiny bits now.
Alright.
Alright, so off to Dr. Drift with both of these suckers.
That's correct. Off to Dr. Draft. Not next video. Got something else special next video. No, yeah, well, guesstimates for this too, because we want to crack that 400. But yeah, off Dr. Draft. Tune both cars same time is the idea. Make sure you click that next video because we have just hit 3,000 subscribers. So 34 is ready to go. She's all been fixed up. So we'll do a quick run over of that and then blaze some tyres for the boys.
Yes.
So make sure you click that subscribe if you haven't already. And the bell button, apparently, I have not told anyone, but that's what you need if you want to be updated with the Kang chat. And that's that. Until next time.